Hi, I'm Mars Charlie and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I've got little Coco here and we're going to be showing you how to do the perfect ballet and riding bun. Right, Coco's decided that we're going to start with a riding bun. So when Coco's competing, she has a neat bun at the nape of her neck. So I brush her hair into a really low ponytail, as low as you can possibly get it. Doesn't matter too much about the top part and what that looks like because she's going to have a riding hat on. So I just secure it with a hairband. Before we start, I'm going to show you these. So these are the hairpins I use. Originally, they start looking like this, and I actually bend them. These are slightly thicker than the ones, these extra fine ones, if you can get them, are amazing. So they're really fine, you can see the difference. So I'm just going to literally bend the ends using my nail like that. Now, it's not essential to do this. However, I found over the years of doing ballet and riding that the straight pins, because I've got poker straight hair, would just slide out of the bun ring and start poking out, so I'd constantly be squidging them back in. When you have bent them like that, they cannot move. They are a complete pain to get out, aren't they, darling? Sometimes you have to stab stuff quite a while we're removing them. But if you want your bun to be really, really secure, then that is the way to go. So we are going to twist this low ponytail, and I'm just going to twist it around, and then Coco's gonna pass me. Can you pass me that bun ring? So bun net. So this is a small bun net. So they also come in hair nets, but this is a bun net, and I'm actually going to put that on, and then I'm going to twist it and double it up, trying to keep the hair as secure as possible. Tuck that in, and then Coco's going to pass me those hairpins. Thanks, darling. So we're just going to place these sort of evenly around the bun. Well done, darling. And then any loose bits you can also just try and secure in like that, and then maybe one more down. Ooh, that side. Up. One down here. So that is a really good bun for riding. I'm just going to squidge the pins in, and you can see it's nice and low. Now when Coco's competing, we actually put a hairnet over the top, so when you're riding you have to wear a hairnet as well. You can't just put your hat on. So I've got a selection of hairnets here. This is quite a big kind of granny-ish one. And this actually is going to be perfect because she's a bit blonder. Or that one, you know, you can go with either. You want to get one that matches the colour of your hair as best as possible. Now I always forget which way Coco likes the knots. So like knots at the top or at the side? At the side. So I'm actually going to put it quite low down there. You want to make sure, and you can use hairspray, but I've actually caught most of it, most of the loose ends neatly into my bun. So just pull that back and then tuck it behind her ears, and then I twist the hairnet around like that and tuck. I prefer the knots, you see, at the top and at the bottom, because then you can lose them. I'm just going to tuck those knots in like that, and then any loose bits you can just spray with hairspray, as you don't want those poking out at all. And there you are, perfect bun for riding. So when you put your riding hat on, it sits neatly there. So now we're going to show you how I do a ballet bun for Coco. So it's a much higher ponytail than the riding one, which is right down at the nape of the neck. Coco's hair I find quite hard to get flat on top, so actually if it's not freshly washed, it's easier. So we're going to go for it there, and then I shall pop a hairband on. I've got one on my wrist, handy place, and secure that tightly. And Coke, have you got a hairnet at the ready and the pins? So again, we're just going to twist it around the ponytail, and round and round. I find because Coco's hair is so long that actually with a bun ring it just makes it a ridiculously huge bun, so I don't use those anymore with her. I did when her hair was shorter. So I've got my hand in my fine hairnet, and I'm going to, again like with the pony one, I'm going to twist it twice. So I pop it on there like that, and then I'm going to try and sort of pull it around, make sure I've got enough, a bit of a fiddle, to then go back over the top. And then you make sure that you tuck in all those loose ends as much as possible. And then again, we've got our bent hairpins. I'm also going to show you these. So these are really big ones. I've got two in my hand there. These actually are probably too big and they'll poke out the other side. So you do want to make sure you get the right size hairpin for the size of your bun. So obviously when you're doing ballet, you're jumping around and you're quite energetic, so you really don't want your bun to move. So I find these pins that I have modified really helpful for that. Just tuck them in, on this side. Ooh, push. And I think one more down here. And then again, you will need the hairspray, so I shall just give that a spritz. So I love a bit of Elnet, and just, Coco, put your hand over your eyes. And I just brush back and then underneath all those loose bits. And then you can, so we've got a Mason & Pearson hairbrush here for Coco, and you can just tidy those ends in as well, and then maybe give it another spritz. So a big thank you to Coco for being our hair model today. Thank you, darling. And I'm going to show you now how I do a bun for riding in my hair, which is much shorter. So now I'm going to show you how I do a bun in my hair using a bun ring. So this is for riding, so I want it as low as I possibly can. I've actually got 3 black hair ties on my wrist ready, so I really want it as low as possible. And I'm just going to secure that in a ponytail there. And just going to go around a 4th time. And then I'm going to place my bun ring over my ponytail, like that. I've got a hairnet. These come in a pack of 3 and they're very inexpensive. I've got a hairnet at the ready. And I'm now going to splay the hair around the bun ring. With bun rings, I think it's important not to have a really big one because you don't want a big obvious bun at the nape of your neck sticking out from under your hat. So I've gone for a really small bun ring. So I'm just going to cover that as much as I possibly can with my hair. My hair's a really awkward length for this, and it's got layers, so they're different lengths everywhere. I'm going to tuck the ends in as much as possible, and then I am going to just feel to make sure everything's covered. You don't want the bun ring on show. And then I'm going to use another tie just to secure those ends in, like that. And then I have got bits falling down, so let's see if I can catch those up. I'm not too worried because I'm going to now pop my hairnet on. So like I did with Coco, I am going to twist it round twice. And just have a good feel and make sure that all the ends are caught up. And then I'm going to use my last hairband and pop that over the top 2, and again twist it round like so. Now that feels really secure to me, and I haven't used any pins. I've just used 3 hairbands and a hairnet. So that is my riding bun. I can't see what it looks like, but hopefully it's good. Now obviously if I'm riding I will use a hairnet as well. So my hair's a bit darker than Coco's, so I would probably put this one on. I've got a really small head, so I've often modified hairnets to make them a little bit smaller by just putting a knot in there. I think I'll need to. This hairnet looks a little bit big. You don't want a big saggy hairnet, so I've just got a knot in there. That knot I will pop. Coco likes her knots on the side, but I like my knots at the top and at the bottom. So pop that on there, over my ears, and then, actually I don't want it over, I'm going to tuck that hair in. Don't quite have the length if it's tucked over my ears to twist it round, and then like so, secure that knot. Will be under my hat. Looks very, very fetching currently, but I've got a really secure riding bun. I could go out and compete with that. I could go and do a day's hunting or whatever. I will get my hat on as quickly as possible because I look really ridiculous like this. So I've just put my top hat on to show you what it looks like. As you can see, it's sitting really neatly under the rim of the hat. It's really comfortable. It feels really secure. I've given the little loose wispy bits a spritz, and I'll just show you with my veil down. So there we are, very elegant as ever. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope that you found it useful.